Hello. Did you know there was more than one biblical covenant? There's actually more than two biblical covenants. Shalom and welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about the covenants in the Bible. There's more than one and there's more than two. But these are the these are the major ones I want to discuss right now. Now, what is a covenant? It's an agreement between two parties. It's a pledge. It's something that's ratified, and in the Bible, sometimes it's usually ratified by blood. But anyways, I just wanted to talk to you about this. And the first one I want to discuss is the covenant between Yahweh and Noah. I want to talk about that, and I'm gonna read the biblical verses to you. So right now, and we'll go to Genesis chapter 9, verse 8 through 17. And Elohim spoke unto Noah and to his sons with him, saying, And behold, I will establish my covenant with you and with your seed after you, and with every living creature that is with you, of the fowl, of the cattle, of every beast on the earth, with you, from all that go out of the ark, to every beast of the earth, and I will establish my covenant with you. Neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by the waters of the flood. Neither shall there be any more be flooded to destroy the earth. And Elohim said, This is a token of the covenant which I will make between me and you, and every living creature that is with you. For perpetual generations I do set my bow in the cloud, which is a rainbow, and it shall be for a token of the covenant between me and them that the earth. And it shall come to pass, when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the bow shall be seen in the cloud, and I will remember my covenant, which is between me and you, and every living creature of the flesh, and the water shall no more become a flood to destroy all flesh. And the bow shall be in the cloud, and I will look upon it, that I remember the everlasting covenant between Elohim and every living creature of all flesh that is upon the earth. And Elohim said unto Noah, This is the token of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh that is upon the earth. So when you look out and see a rainbow out in the sky, just remember that's a covenant sign that Yahweh said he's not going to have a worldwide flood and destroy all flesh like he did before. No, he's a good as his word. Now we'll go to the second one. The second one is the Abrahamic covenant. Now this is between Yahweh and Abraham. And I'm gonna go. We'll go to Genesis 15, verse 9 through 21. And he said unto him, Take me a heifer of 3 years old, and a she-goat of 3 years old, and a ram of 3 years old, and a turtle dove, and a young pigeon. And he took unto him all these, and divided them in the midst, and laid each piece one another against another. But the birds divided he not. And when the fowls came down upon the carcasses, Abram drove them away. He had to swoosh them away and wave them away. And when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abram, and lo, a bad of great darkness fell upon him. And he said unto Abraham, Know of the surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in the land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. And also that a nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterwards shall they come out with great substance. That's when the children of Israel came out of Egypt about 400 years afterwards. Came out with great substance and jewelry and flocks and everything else. That was the Exodus. Okay, continuing. And thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace, and shalt be buried in a good old age. But in the fourth generation they shall come here again, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full. And as it come to pass that when the sun went down and it has dark, behold, a smoking furnace and a burning lamp that passed between those pieces. In the same day Yahweh made a covenant with Abram, saying, Unto thy seed have I given this land, from the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river Euphrates, the Kenites, the Kenzanites, the Kadmonites, and the Hittites, and the Perizzites, and the Rephaims, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Gigarites, and the Jezebites. Like I said, that was in Genesis 15, verse 9 through 21. So he made a covenant with Abraham about the children of Israel, Abraham's children, his seed. Now we're going to go to the Exodus one, the Sinai covenant. The children of Abraham was right at the mountain of Yahweh, and that's when they's going to ratify their agreement. After the children left Egypt, of course. And now this is going to be Exodus 19, verse 5 through 8. Now therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then you shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. And you shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. And Moses came and called for the elders of the people and laid before their faces all these words which Yahweh commanded him. And all the people answered together and said, All that Yahweh hath spoken, we will do. And Moses returned the words of the people unto Yahweh. So right here, it was ratified. The people said, we will obey. We accept these terms and conditions. And they went ahead, but of course, as biblical history and everything, a couple generations later, they fell in, adultery and all kinds of evils that, provoked Yahweh to anger. Anyways, that was right in front of the mountain of Yahweh in present day Saudi Arabia. Now we're going to go to the Phineas covenant. A lot of people haven't heard about this. Bible scholars, people who's, touched on to the scriptures and everything, they know, but your average churchgoer don't really know this because they don't read their Bibles. So this is just a short one, but it's worth mentioning. And Yahweh spoke unto Moses, saying, Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, hath turned my wrath away from the children of Israel, while he was zealous for my sake among them, that I consume not the children of Israel in my jealousy. Wherefore say, Behold, I give unto him my covenant of peace, and he shall have it, and his seed after him, even the covenant of an everlasting priesthood, because he was zealous for his Elohim, and made an atonement for the children of Israel. You can find that in Numbers. Numbers chapter 25, verse 10 through 13. And just look that up, and I want to, you get a description on Phineas, who he was and what he did. I just want you guys to look it up and read it for yourself, okay? I mean, it's very important, exciting story and everything. This Phineas, grandson of Aaron, he was really a zealot, he was really zealous for the law, and he loved Yahweh. Now, we're going to go to the Davidic covenant. This is about King David, the great King David. Now, we'll go to 2 Samuel, chapter 7, verse 8 through 16. And therefore, so shalt thou say unto my servant David, Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, I took thee from the sheepcote, from following the sheep, to be ruler over all my people, over Israel. And I was with thee whithersoever thou wentest. I have cut off all thy enemies out of thy sight, and have made thee a great name, like unto the name of the great men that are in the earth. Moreover, I will appoint a place for my people Israel, and plant them, that they shall dwell in a place of their own, and move no more. Neither shall the children of wickedness afflict them any more, as before time. And as since the time that I commanded judges to be over my people Israel, and have caused thee to rest from all thine enemies. Also Yahweh telleth thee that he will make thee a house. And when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, I will set up my seed after thee, which shall proceed out of the bowls, and I will establish his kingdom. He shall build a house for my sake, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chastise him with a rod of man, and with the stripes of the children of man. But my mercy shall not depart away from him, as I took it from Saul, who I put away before thee. And thine house and thy kingdom shall be established forever before thee. Thy throne shall be established forever. So this covenant is the throne of David will never cease to exist. Yeshua is in the line of David. He's going to be the ultimate king, the King of kings and Lord of lords, is what people say. But, on this earth today, a lot of people don't realize that there is a kingly line of David still on the earth. People just don't understand. I don't think, but when Yahweh makes a promise, he surely keeps it. He's not a liar. He don't lie, Anyways, now we'll go to the last one. The last one is the new covenant. Now, this is what, your modern day Christians, they all have a good idea of what it is. I mean, they don't have the biggest idea, but they have a good idea of what it is. And it is good news for us, the new covenant. The old covenant, had certain stipulations and promises. But the new covenant was kind of like a redecoration or declaration. It was like, how do you say it? With better conditions. It had better conditions. But anyways, the new covenant. And for this one, I'm going to read a few verses for you. And the first one is going to be from Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 31 through 34. Okay, we'll start with Jeremiah here. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Two different houses now, Judah and Israel. They're all Israelites, but Judah and Israel separated. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day I took them by the hand and brought them out of the land of Egypt. But which covenant they broke, although I was a husband unto them, saith Yahweh. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, say Yahweh, I will put my law in their inwards parts, and write them in their hearts, and will be their Elohim, and they shall be my people. And they shall teach no more every man their neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, Know Yahweh, for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith Yahweh. For I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember the sin no more. So Yahweh is going to put his laws and his character. He's going to put everything in hearts. The new covenant, he's going to put it into our hearts. And we're not, but it's not going to be like people are going to come up like these Christian pastors and, try to tell us what's in the Bible when they don't actually know what's in the Bible. They got little cuddly nice little cozy scriptures here and there, but they don't get into the depths, and sometimes they don't even have the guts to tell the lay people. They don't have to tell them, about their sins or anything, like being like a drill sergeant. because, if he did that, he would be out of a job. But anyways, let's see. Now we'll go to, let me read this, my notes. Let me read my notes. The prophetic fulfillment of the prophecy was initiated at Pentecost in the New Testament, Acts 2, verse 4, and will reach its ultimate fulfillment in the millennial kingdom. Hebrews 8, verse 8 through 12. And then you go to chapter 10, 15 through 17. That wouldn't hurt if you looked up Isaiah 2 and 11, verse 1 through 13, 65, verses 19 and 23, Micah 4, and Revelation chapter 20, verse 6. I didn't want to read all these chapters to you because my throat's getting dry. Yeah, I can't help it, but just look those scriptures up. Just look them up. Let's see, the new covenant of the New Testament, like the first or old covenant, is made only with Israel, which includes Judah. Yahweh made no covenant with any other people. He never made no covenant with other people or nation. Non-Israelites today can be grafted into the new covenant, as we find in Romans 9 and 11. So yeah, Gentiles, what you call, Messianics, Gentiles, whatever, they could be grafted right into Israel. Paul wrote that we are in the same household as the Old Testament prophets and New Testament apostles, with the same structure. He wrote to the Ephesians in chapter 2, verse 19 through 21. Now therefore, you are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints of the household of Elohim, and are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets, Yeshua Messiah himself being the chief cornerstone, to whom all the building 50 framed together groweth unto the holy temple of the Master. So, Yeshua and Yahweh, they got a plan with, the Messianic church, plus, Israel and the Jews, Judah. He's got a plan for all of them, but in the end, it's his master plan. It's Yahweh's master plan. The new covenant includes changes coming with all the change in the priesthood from the Levitical priest system of animal sacrifice in the Old Testament to the Melchizedek priesthood of the New, of which Yeshua is our high priest. And you can find that in Hebrews chapter 7, verses 14 through 17, and you go to verses 21 to 22. His sacrifice for our sins covers all sacrifice today, so that animal sacrifices are no longer needed. The fact we will still sin, which was Romans 2:23, 1 John 1:8, and need his blood to purge sin, tells us that Yahweh's moral spiritual laws are still in effect, which they are. That's 1 John 3, verse 4. We should not know what sin was without the law to define it. You find that in Romans 3, verse 20. So, yeah, with the new covenant, no animal sacrifices anymore, because, we had the ultimate lamb, his blood cleansed us. And thankfully, Yeshua did what he did for us. It was no little thing, it was a huge thing. It was a major turning point in human history. And couldn't thank him enough for that, for the love. That was the ultimate love, giving yourself for your creation. But anyways, I just wanted to share those covenants with you. I didn't know, just in case you guys wasn't aware of, some of them or most of them or whatever. But it's just important, because you always hear about the new covenant, and they're talking good about it, it's very good. It's very good. Then they talk about the old covenant, which is, modern Christians say it's terrible, it's bad, it never worked. It had some it had some flaws, but it wasn't really totally bad in itself. No, but when it comes to the new covenant's a lot better, has more, more details. It's easier to do because we don't have to go out and kill lambs. We don't have to kill goats. Yeshua did all that. Said that's plus the animal sacrifices only covered the sins. They didn't take them away. They just covered sins. So yeah, with that said and done, I'm thank you for tuning in to me, and I'm sorry that my throat is a little dry. I don't know if I'm getting a cold or not, but anyways, please like my channel and subscribe and hit the notification bells. Share this with everybody. Comment below. Talk about whatever you want, and share this with people, and also look up the scriptures that I talked about, and just study your scriptures and have that good prayer and conversation with Yahweh and Yeshua. And that's all I have to say right now. So with that said, peace out, shalom, and thank you again.